The following is not a Caden Lemon or Daredevil Racing Network production and has been given permission to be aired here by the Trackmaster 914 YouTube channel. Please enjoy the race. After months of anticipation, after a long time of uncertainty, it is finally here. Caden Lemon, amongst others, has gone through the immense effort to put this together and finally give the Trackster Pro Series the ending it deserves here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Hello, everyone. I am the one and only David Carter, here to bring you the action here at Homestead. We have the same package as the SARS Tour that they used recently for their championship, minus the extra durability. There's extra durability, but they're not as tanky as the others. These cars are tanky enough to where it's like my pickup truck. It would take a few rolls to really kill them. But that's besides the point. Story one, a bit of a side story, is the 53 has a different pilot in it today. We will get to her during the starting grid, but right now, the main focus is the championship, in which it will be only the top three in contention. Only 8 points separate the top three of Raul Carlos, Kana Lemon, and Joshua Brown. Raul on 332, Kana on 329, and Joshua Brown on 324. I'm stumbling over my words a lot. And so far, right now, looking at the grid, Kana Lemon has the best of the three. So, on that note, let's take you through the starting lineup for today's race. That's the back of the pace car. There we go. In row number one, and I'll need this graphic up here, we have Stephen Waters, who damn near missed out on Season 2 of SARS, which is unfortunate, alongside Lincoln Denmark. In row number two, we have Randy Beans alongside Colin Cropley, the leader of the Empire himself. You're going to see a mix of the throwback schemes, by the way, and the normal schemes. In row number three, we have Ari Avondale, the sponsorless car for Michael Carlisle Racing, alongside Josh Lee. In row number four, we have the number 93 of John Ryan, the best of the DDM cars, alongside William Donuts. In row number 5, we have Martin Stone alongside, a John Deere car, Chris Fortin. In row 6, we have second in the points, Kana Lemon driving her Hooters number 7, alongside the 55 of Trey Scott. In row 7, we have the number 54 of Michael Hoax, alongside the 14 of Kate CBSco. In row number 8, we have Joshua Harmon alongside Joshua Brown. Third in the points, Joshua Brown. In row number 9, we have Hannah Kanako alongside Antonia Gomez. In row number 10 is Unofficial Joe alongside Nathaniel Newman. In row number 11, we have the number 57 of Caden Lemon alongside the number 18 of Nathan H. Diedman. Row 12, I think we're on 11 or 12. Yeah, I've lost count. In row 12, I want to say. Yeah, 23rd to 24th, that is 12. Rotel, first in the points, Raul Carlos, alongside Michael Carlisle. Raul Carlos, not a great start. Not a great start at all for the championship leader. In row number 13, we have Anthony Finelli, alongside, not Damian Kyle Wood. Michael Carlisle was not alongside Raul Carlos. Raul Carlos and Luis Rodriguez. There we go. And then it's Anthony Finelli alongside Michael Carlisle. Row 13. Row 14. We have Damian Kyle Wood alongside Michael Van Houten. Row 15. Here's the story. This is 19-year-old Corey Christensen from Arctic Bay, Munovet. I hope I said that right. Who is filling in because Satsuki Himagari was seriously injured during the SARS Tour race at Ricky Raceway. So, taking her place today, we have Corey Christensen alongside the number 27 of Carson Kukowski. Behind them, we have Max Cost alongside the Sega car of Sonic Gearson. And then it's Avon Murray alongside Justin Jarrett Perez. Then it's Eric Monaco, a totally liked and not controversial individual, alongside Kristen Bracken, 45 of Skylar Taylor, alongside the 75 of Lucy Klein. And then rounding out the field, we have Evan Carlson and Joseph Wilson. I will admit to having a personal bias. I am very great friends with the team owner of DDM, so obviously I do root on Kana Lemon, though I will try to keep that bias to a minimum. So now, let's get you to the command. And now, to give the command of fire engines, he is the owner and a driver for Daredevil Motorsports. He helped throw all of this together. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Lemon. Thanks, David. Great crowd, electric atmosphere, and now it's time to bring the Trackster Pro Series to a proper end. Drivers, start your engines! And with that, engines have been fired for the final race of the Trackster Pro Series. The pace car is going to pull them off. As soon as this pace lap concludes, that's it. We turn them loose for a championship. Kana Lemon starts off with the advantage. If she wants to win from outside of the top 5, that will have to be, I believe, 3 or 4 positions better than Raul Carlos. If she wins, there's nothing Carlos can do about it, as the space between win and second is 5 points. So if she wins, there's nothing Carlos can do about it. On the inverse, if Carlos finishes 3rd or better, there's nothing Kana can do about it other than being ahead of him. Because it's 3 points between 3rd and 5th. Green flag is in the air as we are racing here at Homestead. Steven Waters gets out to the lead. This could be the momentum he needs going into the second season of SARS Tour, as he nearly wasn't eligible to be a part of it, I don't think. Top 25 rule, as here comes to the inside. I believe that is the 82 of Denmark. Yes, that is the 82 of Denmark. He'll take the lead. Back through here, some more shuffling. That is Randy Beans. There's John Ryan. Haven't heard much from him till now, as he has not been involved with SARS Tour, though DDM still keeps contact with him. It's probably back to trophy truck racing or something. As you'll see, this Highline, this is more of a multi-groove type of thing. The Highline giving the advantage through 3 and 4. On 1 and 2, well, even on 1 and 2, there's still a Highline advantage. It's just whichever line your car seems to like more. In this case, that's a lot of cars kind of going to the Highline. It is reliant on clean air as well. We do need to look out for potential spinouts. Very close back there. Whoa! They're gonna wreck here. They're gonna wreck. Contact! How are they still driving? That might do it. No, it's still not. And there it goes! No! Yep, there it goes. There it goes. One around. That was a wreck for like half a damn lap. Wow. I'm surprised they held on to it that long. This is about to be a hell of a replay. This is where we do a combination of replay and frame by frame. Whoa. Unofficial Joe kind of got shuffled there by Kana. Looks like a little bit of contact. And then, oh, they were... How many wide is that? Wide enough that they continue to make contact. They go down to this back stretch. 5 wide is what they were looking at. Thankfully, I don't think that happened. It's just 4 wide, very close. Unofficial Joe bouncing off each other. That's Unofficial Joe. We got cars here. That's Unofficial Joe, Josh Lee, William Donuts, and one other that I believe is not Harmon. Can't hardly make out who it is. That is Trace Scott. They are bouncing off each other heavily. Trace Scott, Unofficial Joe, William Donuts, and all of them making contact here. You see Josh Lee in the wall. Then hooked down here are William Donuts and Unofficial Joe. Now this is where I thought they were going. This is where I thought it was over. But no, they come back somehow. They still haven't wrecked it. Still making contact, still 4 wide. They come off of turn 2 here. There's a flyby. We're going to jump back to this camera. They're still hitting, still bouncing, still making contact. They're still locked up together. You see them all just basically stuck. And then at one point, that's going to create a 5 wide scenario. And then they're going to come back and somehow, because of course he is, Caden Lemon is the only one really hurt by this, as he's knocked well up into the wall into Kanako. And they both hit pretty substantially, I might add. And somehow, they're the only ones really affected. Well, got one of the yellow cars kind of getting in there. That is, Rodriguez. No, that is Antonia. No, it's Nathaniel Newman. As that's going to be a wreck for two of the DDM cars. Off of, well, they were basically wrecking for that whole lap, essentially. They're still bouncing off each other. You see Corey Christensen, Michael Carlisle, there's the 27. They're still into each other. We got a little beef between Carlisle and Christensen here? No, probably not. And there's the 73. We're going to make mention of the 73 and 13th through all that. Let's get to pit stops. Welcome back. Here's pit stops. Should probably take that off the screen. I zoned out for a moment, guys. Real talk. Here they are. I'm wondering if maybe Raul Carlos would want to make a strategy call to kind of get track position over the 7. Looks like mostly 2 or 4 tire stops, rather. Yep. That's what it looks like, mostly 4 tires. Kane is still in a good spot. Let's not forget Joshua Brown. So now the championship competitor is a bit closer. We're going to take you to the restart. Welcome back. Here's your running order. It is Randy Beans, Lincoln Denmark, Colin Cropley, Stephen Waters, Michael Oakes. Then it's Martin Stone, John Ryan, Chris Fortin, Kana Lemon, and Joshua Harmon. And then the honorable mention is Raul Carlos in 13th, and Joshua... No, that's Trey Scott. Joshua Brown in 17th. The green flag is back out, or it will be back out this lap. Pace lights are off. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought you back. As now, the pace car will pull in this time. And the field will be sent back to green. We entertained the idea of single file starts, but decided against it. Of double file starts, but decided against it. Figured it'd be fair to keep it consistent. Green flag back in the air. Good start for Randy Beans, but that we need to look for the championship, guys. Kana Lemon, looking for early moves to the inside. But might get moved on. No, she's going to make the move. Getting to the inside of the 97. Love the John Deere car. Absolutely love it. Kana clear. What about Carlos? Carlos is giving chase. But he's getting past. Now he's doing the passing. At least some of it. No, 97's fighting back. 97 fights back on the outside. This is not what Raul needs. A little bit of contact up in front of him, it looks like. Now he's going to be clear of the 97. But he has that BMW car chasing him down. Running him down for sport. If you know, you know. Whoa! To the inside. And through goes The knockoff BMW just about, that is Anthony Finelli. Fun fact, I believe BMW, I don't know which one is the right way around. Either BMW supplies Toyota parts, or Toyota supplies BMW. For I think the Beamer or the Supra. I think that's the whole point of that sponsorship. Trivia out of the way. Raul, not having what he needs. He's 11th. And just in an absolute hornet's nest. If you're a DDM fan like I am. I guess I'll try to keep the bias low. But if you're a DDM fan, you are definitely happy to see this. If you're Kane 11, you're happy to see it. Raul just does not seem to have the car. I think if he wants to win this championship, it's going to have to be off strategy. Kana has the best car here of the three. As Raul's just mid. The 77's nowhere to be found. 77's all the way back in 28, so you know you're safe from him. Where is Kana? Oh, Kana's really up there. 3rd place, Kana Lemon. That is one way to secure it. If she wins, there is nothing Raul can do. Now Kana up in the top 3, up in the podium. That's exactly what you need. Contact! Whoa! Remember that these two race each other in SARS. That's Kana and Waters. I don't think you want to piss one or the other off, knowing that that's your competition in SARS. As now Ryan, well, he's not racing in SARS. He doesn't really have to worry about pissing anyone off, except for the teammate. Hell, if I'm Ryan, I think I'm just going to let her go. Maybe try to defend when Carlos comes around. We call it race manipulation, but if you got teammates, you may as well use them, as we see 3 wide back here. This package is great. One of the best things to come out of this body. As, wow, shout out Corey Christensen. This is her first time driving one of these cars, and she's a stud. Of course, having to fill in for the injured Satsuki Himagari during the press conference where she announced her retirement. A bit emotional about missing this. She is here against the will of her doctors. She is here. She is cheering on Kane 11. She's cheering on the team. It's just a shame she had to go out like that. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself from that point on, as, you know, if you got nothing nice to say, especially in broadcasting, you probably shouldn't say it, so I'll leave it at that. If you got nothing nice to say, rather. It's pretty hard to pass once you get further up into cleaner air, it looks like. Kana, of course, doing the Mamba Smith and performing when the lights are the brightest. What a stupid joke to media. What a stupid joke to journalism, I must say. Battle for the lead, kind of heating up here. Plenty of midfield racing, but, like, they're a bit slow to the party on the, when you get further into cleaner air. As if you're Kana Lemon, you definitely want to win. It's like I said, nothing Raul can do. And she already has, I believe, a Bristol Dirt win. So, home track win for Kana Lemon. As battling back on the outside is Steven Waters. Like I said, you don't want to piss each other off since you know you're going to be racing each other. As Steven Waters could have what he needs to get the lead here. Three cars under a blanket. Love to see it. There's the 54, there's the 93. Unofficial Joe here. Sounds like a YouTube intro there. Unofficial Joe here. Michael Carlisle with a good run. Where has Raul fallen to? Jesus. Raul's picked a really bad time to suck, ain't he? That is not good. That is absolutely not good. Though if it's any solace for him, Kana Lemon is being worked on for position here, as the field's gotten closer at the front. Oh, Kana's car cannot handle the high side as well. The tires have fallen off here, as I can imagine the teammate's going to take it easy on her, but he's in it for himself as much as everyone else is. Kana going to try to get her spot back from the 54 here. And it's going to work for a minute. Ooh, kind of stalls his run there. 54, I believe that is Michael Hoax. In a Bobby Labonte throwback, very similar to the throwback Ty Gibbs ran in the Xfinity Series a few years ago. 3 wide. Briefly, but notable, as the 54 still hanging on her. Carlisle's or that's not Carlisle, that's John Ryan. He has 2 first names, and somehow I've managed to botch his call. One of the more memorable names here. Great job, David Carter. Great job. You're gonna make it far in this business, kid. We see cars coming off of pit road here. That was one car off pit road. I'm wondering if the cycle started here. 27 of 67. That was either the start of the cycle or an issue on the 72. Has one number off of Louis, or Raul, so hopefully for him that's not known. Kana Lemon down to the inside, trying what she can here. Hope that's not damage on the 72. 24's down pit road. We got cars pitting. That looked like... That is Joshua Brown on pit road. Here for effect. There we go. Joshua Brown the first of the championship contenders on pit road. I mean, you gotta take a big swing if you're Brown. You've not got the car to compete. Like, it is looking more and more hopeless for you by the second. That's Rodriguez. Or, no, that's Carlos, rather. I'm confusing Lou Rodriguez and Raul Carlos. More Red Bull Winter Edition. Raul's gonna get off the jack. There's Caden Lemon. There's Kana Lemon. No relation. Kana into her box. Can we get a camera angle that doesn't suck, perhaps? Third place for the 7. I think the other two are far enough back, substantially far enough back, to where she's really got a cushion to work with still, though. Good pit stops don't hurt. Ooh, she's going to come out ahead of one of the drivers she's competing with. Into second, jumping Lincoln, Denmark. As we see some of the field going by. As the 7 gets up to speed, it looks like she's lost time. So I don't quite know if they've pitted yet. They're lapped, I think. We gotta wait for this to fully cycle out. I think the 37 hasn't pitted yet. Quite a few cars haven't pitted. Looks like the undercut might be the way to go for today. As they've both jumped the 37 here. That was the leader. Now we wait for it to cycle. Yes! Undercut seems to be key here today, as the top 3 is completely shifted to the 41, the 72, and the 10. 72 was the first of the bunch on pit road for this cycle. This is Antonia Gomez fighting the 72, that is Beans. Kana Lemon and the others, they do technically have fresher stuff, so I think they can really make something work here. As the battle for second continues, I think the 41 is just going to enjoy him a nice lead for now. Anthony Finale. Got the old Stuart Haas font on Toyota. Fair enough. Alright, we got the 53 with a reserve driver in the top 10. Where is the 73 and 77? 22nd and 23rd, so we at least have 2 of the championship hopefuls near each other, but Kana is far and away the best. Finally getting a proper conclusion to this, and it looks like it's just going to be a blowout. Still side by side, we got Gomez and Beans. They're going to cost each other time to Finelli. As Kana Lemon catches them. They go side by side again. Kana's just got to pick a lane and ride, basically. Denmark's gonna make her pick the high lane. What's Kana say? Does it work for her? Does it work for her? We will see. No, that car can't seem to hit the high lane as well as the others. No, that car It's gonna be a bottom feeder. She just can't do it like the others. Watch it there. Michael Carlisle. Looking to the inside of Kana. Kana trying to get the run here, but every time she just gets another car to her inside. 7 losing it. Oh! She can't handle the outside like the others can, and now she's just bleeding spots. I think she's got a bit of a buffer when she gets to Christensen. Unless Corey just kind of lets her in. Yeah, it looks like Corey let off for her. Now Corey to the inside. She can't really afford to wait around. But she still looks like she's going to be respectful, which is more than I could say for kids who get into racing that are around her age. Some of them. She's going to take the spot. Now Kana has a buffer to kind of get back into her groove. While Christensen tries to show out. How about that? The number 53. Corey Christensen didn't know till this weekend she'd be driving this, and now she's taking it in stride. Let's see how close that 73 has gotten. Has he made up any ground? He absolutely has not. Kana's got far to fall. I can't look away from this. This is good. Corey Christensen to the inside. 53's gotten hooked up. Going through the field, we're going to go look for the 73. This talk about being stuck in absolute purgatory here. All the way back in 28th. Joshua Brown not faring much better. Not much to commentate right now. They've kind of chilled out. Here we go. Harmon looking to the inside, though that might open the door for Christensen to get around on the high side. No? Looks like Harmon's going to stay kind of where he is. Christensen had a look. Had a look, but no cigar. Now side by side with, I believe that is, I want to say, no, that's not Carlisle, that is Monaco. Both are yellow Pennzoil cars. As Kana Lemon under pressure. Gonna watch for when pit stops happen next. If you're Kana Lemon and you want the best shot of winning, do you take the undercut like the 41 and the 10 and the one other did earlier, and the 72 did earlier? Because they have stayed as the top 3. I want to say you do. Because while you don't really need to win the race, it is good to have that security. Even if Raul Carlos, because consider this, that Raul Carlos could turn on the jets at any minute and get right up to Kana. Maybe not with the laps he has, but if he catches a lucky caution perhaps, even causes the caution, perhaps some spin gate activities to end us on a controversial note. I do hope that doesn't happen. But if it does, what are the teams going to do? Get fined? Oh! 53 is a bit slow. Perhaps caught the wall, I want to say, or that could be it, because they're pitting early. Once again, for the leaders. That was Randy Beans. Whoa, contact! 54 all over the road, down into Casey Biesco. Very close call. That wasn't the 54. It might have been the 18. I don't know. They are similarly painted. But either way, a very close call. I would not want to see that. Yeah, that is the 54. Same car that's been up here. That is Michael Hoax. Michael Hoax, Josh Harmon, Denmark all up here. That is Eric Monaco. See, the fastest lap out here is it's the... If I get 167 comment in these comment sections, I swear to God, keep your faces shut. I will hide you. I will hide you. Anyway. Four-way battle up here. Same four-way battle. As we see Monaco trying to make some ground. Be totally not controversial and well-liked Eric Monaco. Whoa! Pit stops. Cars have pulled off. I think the other two contenders that aren't Kana, Joshua Brown and Raul Carlos, I think this might be their stop. That looks like... No, that's Donuts. That's Van Houten. That's Brown, I think I saw there. Oh, it's not. We're looking for it. There's Christensen. Hoax. There's Carlos. That's the 73 just getting off. There's the 7. There's Kana. She's off. And away. Oh, she's not going to jump Denmark that time. Off the pits they go. I think that is the last stops of the day. We are on 10 laps remaining. As the cars are going to get back up to speed here. Where the hell did Joshua Brown come from? Where did Joshua Brown come from? Has he even pitted? What? This is huge. If it stays as it is, this is huge. I'm wondering what the cycle is going to be, but... I thought that was a pretty normal stop. I don't know where anyone is. Is this the choke of the century? Or can she hold on? She's got to keep she's got to keep Joshua Brown. What was I thinking Michael Hilks for? She's got to keep Joshua Brown within shouting distance, although it might not be as bad for her. This is going to be down to the wire more than we thought. Kana's car has clearly fallen off later in the run, or later in this race. She's right there with Brown. Right there with Joshua Brown. Oh, this is getting exciting real fast. I rode off Joshua Brown. I didn't think he had the car, but it's looking like the 73 is the weakest of the contenders when he doesn't need to be. The points leader, the weakest of the championship contenders here. All the way back out of the top 25. It's not as essential that Kana gets ahead of Joshua Brown. In fact, she is good where she is. The trouble will come if the 73 turns on the jets. But he is the furthest back of the championship bunch. Of the championship 3. Kana Lemon gets around Brown. Joshua Brown looks to have had some sort of slip up. As we're on 61 of 67. Once again, if you say 6-7 in the comments, you're getting punched. Go for a better number, like 5-7. You can even spam 6-9 if you want. As now, the 41 has had a hold on this race since the pit stops. There's Josh Lee. 3 wide for second. This is for the final win in Trackster Pro Series history. Take the gloves off and go for it. Randy Beans into the lead. So far, it looks like a 4-horse race. Lee, Gomez, Tonelli, Beans, all under a blanket, while Kana fights for the championship all the way back. In around the top 15. No, Joshua Lee's off the lead lap. Joshua Lee. What am I saying? And the 57's out for a piston. I'm very quotable, guys. Joshua Lee. Really? The question is, can the 73 rally? I don't see it happening. I think he's out of time. As there he is, that's Raul Carlos. Looks like an issue for the 53, or that's the 93. Let's put him back there. Now, the 57 did blow his piston. Is that a bad omen on Kana Lemon? God, I hope not. We're coming to 2 to go. Two laps stand between Gomez and the final win, and Kana Lemon and the final championship. If the caution comes out before the white, we will have overtime. So as to give the best chance at a green flag finish. But it looks like we're not going to need it. Off of turn 4, white flag is in the air. Antonio Gomez has to hold on for one more lap. One more lap will do it, but Benelli's not going to let her have it. He's got one more shot. Into 3. And off of 4. Antonio Gomez has won the final race of the Trackster Pro Series. Now we have to go all the way back here to find Kana Lemon. 16th. 16th in all this. The 73. All the way back in 26. That's not good enough for him. Kana Lemon for Daredevil Motorsports is your Season 4 Trackster Pro Series champion. As now the series has a true final send-off. Well, here comes our champion. What a race. What a season. What an ending. We finally got a true, definitive ending to the Trackster Pro Series. I want to thank Josh Lee, and, or as he's known on YouTube, Trackmaster914, for letting me do this, letting me really put an end to a series I enjoyed watching that we unfortunately could not finish because Josh Lee had some life stuff. As you can see, the car absolutely would not cooperate. Well, thank you all for watching. I'm not quite sure if this is going to go up on my Dead Racing channel or just on my channel as a whole. I mean, I do need something for the week. May as well, right? So we see the Polish victory lap. It's fitting, because that's an Alan Kulwicki car. We are Alan Kulwicki lovers around here. And, yeah. This is what driving with no assists on a keyboard is like, by the way. This is exactly what it's like. You're gonna see a disaster of a burnout because the car just would not do what I needed it to do. So that, or it would not do what she needed it to do, rather. Fourth wall break, you know. This was a fun time. It was not rigged. I just want to clear that up. It was not rigged. I am not the type to rig these broadcast races at all. It was absolutely not rigged. It was genuinely like that. It did take 2 takes. because of stupid pit stuff that the NR game likes doing sometimes. But yeah, this was a raw, genuine result that I was very happy about, though, because obviously that is my car. What a fitting way, you know, have this end on one of my channels, have one of my cars win it. I haven't rounded up the points, but, like, it's safe to say she won it. It's safe to say she won it. Now we look towards SARS Tour and what that could bring, because obviously she does compete there. You gotta imagine it would feel good for her to have won this championship after being in contention for and missing out on the SARS championship. Bit of a redemption story here. Thank you again to Josh Lee, and thanks for the package too. This is the same SARS Tour package, except instead of no damage, because he was burnt out, it's just on moderate damage. This is fun to do, and hope SARS goes well. Anyway, now we're gonna watch Kana blow this engine, and then we're gonna put up the points. Congrats to Kana Lemon on the championship. Congrats to Antonia Gomez for being able to say, "You have won the final race in the Trackster Pro Series."
All the things that fade to dust, all the things we once believed in, I'm just a trace eroding down on the edge of dreams. It's where I lost my way. You were fading fast when the dawn began to break. Are we used to the highlight of our selfish dreams? The sun has eclipsed to take my soul with me. In the finite of ourselves, the final releasing. Are we used to the highlight of our selfish dreams? The sun has eclipsed to take my soul with me. In the finite of ourselves, the final releasing. Mind that's wasted, close my eyes and are we betrayed by our own? And I reach, oh I reach to see colors faded, the rays of light envelop me. Failed to keep myself aware, and the war is on and I'm not there. Are we used to the highlight of our selfish dreams? The sun has eclipsed to take my soul with me. In the finite of ourselves, the final releasing. Are we used to the highlight of our selfish dreams? The sun has eclipsed to take my soul with me. In the finite of ourselves, the final releasing. So it's all for you. I lose myself for so long, and it's all for you. I can't